first off, let me introduce you to the chat right here. This is Darius Butler on the phone here. Shout out to Darius Butler, 9-year NFL vet of the Panthers, the Pats, and the Colts, and the co-host of the Man to Man podcast, which is one of the best podcasts out there, guys. Make sure y'all check that out. And former teammate of Malik Hooker. What's going on, DB?
Hey, man, not too much, man. Hanging in there. How's it going with you, man?
It's good, man. I appreciate you calling in, brother. I really do.
No problem. Appreciate you having me. You enjoying the new gig?
I am definitely enjoying it. I'm enjoying it down here, man. If you get down here, hit me up, man.
Oh, we'll do.
And like I told you before, if Pat McAfee is out, make sure he puts you back in that seat. You killed it the other day.
I had fun. I enjoyed it, man. I got to start my own show, my daily show.
Absolutely, you do, man. Take that man-to-man pod. Go full blown with it.
For sure, definitely, man.
What was Malik like as a player in that locker room and film room?
Oh, he came in, obviously he was a rookie my last year. So Malik, and this is how the league works. So Malik, was actually drafted to replace me my 9th year. I moved over to free safety. And then, that following draft, the 2017 draft, Malik was slotted to be, a top 10 pick, probably one of the first defensive players off the board, and he ended up slipping to us. So we took him, and just even coming out of college, just seeing his film, like the range, the things he was able to do at his size, the ability to cover ground, his ball skills. It's a rare combination that you saw with a player, not even that young, but just period. So he did some special things, and off the field, in the locker room, he was a quiet guy. Like I said, young rookie. So at that time, things are moving so fast. You're trying to learn and soak up as much game as possible. And he was always very coachable. Always had his ears open, listening, eyes open, watching, paying attention. And that was something you didn't see as much, on my way out with the younger guys who had, high draft slots. But he always remained humbled and, remained a sponge. So I can't wait to see what he does out there in Dallas, man.
Yeah, neither can Cowboys Nation. Now you were the veteran at the time out there, like you said, with the Colts when y'all drafted Malik Hooker. And now he's somewhat of a veteran for the Cowboys in a DB room that really doesn't have that voice. Did you see some type of not veteran leadership skills, but some leadership skills from a young Malik Hooker, or was he, under your wings and maybe some other veteran wings in Indianapolis?
Well, yeah, we had some vets in the room. Me, Vontae, and some other guys in the room. So at the time, he didn't really need to be a leader within that room. But we had Malik, Quincy, Nate, and I believe Kenny Moore. Nate Harrison and Kenny Moore were all in that same, rookie draft class. And you can see him, leading those guys. And I've been in contact, still been working with Malik, throughout his other 3 years in Indy. So where he became and got thrust early on into that leadership role because he's the guy pretty early on with the most snaps under his belt. So and it's the defense that he's comfortable in. It's a very similar defense to the one he ran in Indy. So I can't wait to see him, get back out there healthy. That's going to be the biggest challenge for Malik is staying healthy. He's been banged up these last few years. And obviously that's something, you can't control as a player, but he's doing everything in his power, off the field as far as having a regimen and, getting into a certain routine off the field to take care of himself. So that's going to be his biggest challenge, though. But if he stays healthy, man, he should be a special player, in Quinn's system.
And we'll talk about Quinn's scheme here in a quick second, but put you on the spot here. Healthy Malik Hooker, where would you put him in tiers of safeties?
I mean, healthy, when you talk about a safety that can do what he can do in the deep part of the field, I mean, he's top tier. You've had guys who have actually produced, year in, year out, Simmons and Jesse Bates is kind of getting his recognition in the deep part of the field, Minkah Fitzpatrick. You got those are I feel like the best guys. But, right under that, I think Malik is there. And if he remains healthy and can stay healthy for a 17-game season, I mean, he could easily be in that top tier of players.
Cowboys Nation likes to hear that. Now, as a guy that played the single high at some point in the center fielder. Can you explain to the fans what that role and responsibility would be like in a Dan Quinn type of scheme?
you got to make sure guys are lined up. You got to be a good communicator. You have to have other good players around you as well, and just knowing your different. Where are the weaknesses in these coverages, in these zone coverages? If I'm a man to man, where are my matchups? Who should I lean to? Who do I need to help? And if you have to have a guy who has good anticipation skills, who has very good speed and can cover ground and can make plays. And they went and drafted Michael Parsons, early in the draft. Drafted I can't think was it Jabril Cox in the fourth round, I believe. Got Kelvin Joseph, who should play. Went outside my guy KB, who a lot of people aren't familiar with yet, Kyron Brown, out of Akron. So they added some pieces there, and they just got to. It all got to come together in that type of defense, just like you see with the coach. The better the pass rush up front, and then the guys are on the same page on the second level, it makes it easier for that deep safety, to clean up everybody's mess and make plays on that ball.
Now, you got real excited about, was it Kyron Brown? I don't know much about him. Can you give us some insight on Brown?
Oh, just an athlete, competitive athlete. My brother Denzel Butler played with him at Akron. So he came. He was I think he signed with the Jets coming out and dealt with some injuries. But when he's healthy, and it's a big learning curve going from Akron to the NFL. But I think the more reps, he's one of those guys. The more reps he gets under his belt, the better player he's gonna get. And he has all the skills. He has the right mindset. I've worked with him in the off season. So I'm excited for him to get some chances out there this preseason as well.
Yeah, I think Brown, Kennedy, and Hooker are the three kind of new additions that the Cowboys are getting back this year that are playing pretty well. Not Hooker, but the other guys are playing pretty well right now at camp. So having this preseason game this week and the coming weeks, I think is going to be exciting to see if those guys can get their footing in Dallas. Real quick, though, before I get you out of here, let them know where they can find you in regards to your man-to-man pod and your DB, everything.
Okay, yeah. So on Monday and Thursdays, 11 and 12, me and Antoine Bethea, the 14-year NFL vet, we run the man-to-man pod, and we have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
Pretty open discussion. We have a lot of fan interaction throughout the show. Like I said, it's Monday and Thursday, 11 to 12 Eastern time. And that's on YouTube, and then it goes up as a pod on all the major platforms, the Man-to-Man pod, and then everything DB. I'm going to get back into that with the season getting closer, but that's when I dig into kind of the devil in the details of the defense. The secondary, the second level, the linebacker, pass rush, all of it. So if you're a fan who loves football, want to be more, entertained and educated on the game scheme-wise, tap into that everything DB, and everything's on YouTube. And then, my main social is Darius J. Butler on Twitter and Instagram.
Yes, that everything DB is everything, guys. Seriously, if you're a student of the game, man, he breaks it down from every little detail, and I think it's awesome, man.
I bring you right into the meeting room.
That's right. Hey, appreciate you giving me a few minutes, DB.
No problem. Appreciate you for having me.
Yep, take care, brother.
Yep.
That was Darius Butler of the Man-to-Man pod, and that was the surprise guest I wanted to bring in here to kind of give us some insight on Malik Hooker. I thought he said some great things about Malik. Some of the things that I thought added up from the film that I saw.